I want to show you something cool. I found this online. Now, ammo has gotten expensive. And what I found here is reloaded 9mm. This comes from MIWALL. I'll put the name down in the caption. Hopefully I can figure out a way to link that. I'm gotta give me time to figure all this out. It's all kind of new to me. But anyway, I want to share it with you. 250 rounds in this ammo case. 53.75. So about $54 for 250 rounds of 9mm. Not bad. I got 2 of these and some other various ammo, so I can't really break it down for what the shipping and taxes would have been if you bought 1 case of it. But it really isn't that expensive, especially compared to what you're probably paying if you're going to the range and buying the ammo there when you go to shoot. That is the sole purpose of what I bought this for. This is target ammo. So far, all in all, I'm kind of impressed with it. I took three different 9mm to the range with me today. So of course I took the Glock 43. You know, if you're going to test 9mm ammo or any kind of ammo, and you've got a Glocks are basically Mikeys. They'll eat anything. So I had no concerns with this being able to cycle it. In fact, I test fired this one first, because if we did have any issues with it cycling it, then the ammo was definitely not going to feed through my SIGs very well. I also took my SIG P365. So I put about 25 rounds through the Glock. I put about 100 rounds through the 365. And then I took my modified 320 and I put about 50 rounds through this one. Now, the 320 has had some pickiness to it with ammo, and modifications, I can't say that a standard P320 would have issues, but the modifications that have been done to this might be causing it, might not. I only had 1 failure to eject. It just didn't quite clear the chamber when it tried to feed the next round. No big deal. Got it cleared and went back to shooting. And that was only, I think that was only about 10 rounds in. So it wasn't like it failed halfway through 50 and then it was about 10 rounds in. I had it kind of jam up on me, and for all I know, it could have been the way I was holding it, or I limp wristed for a minute and just gave that a little bit of a second to not quite get out the way. So I would not count that 1 failure to eject against the ammunition, and I'm also not going to put it against my pistol. I don't know for sure. Could have been my issue. Could have been a mistake that I made. A lot of things can cause that, but it wasn't a repeated issue. In fact, all of these cycled somewhere around 200 rounds that I put through collectively. So I'm going to do a real quick test on it as far as cleanliness, because let's be honest, yes, we're using, I'm using it as range ammo, it's target ammo, but I also don't want to I don't have to be sending super dirty stuff through my pistols all the time, where 50 rounds is going to cause it to look like I've sent 200. So we're going to do that real quick. The way I'm going to do that is I am going to run a clean, not wet wipe, just a clean, dry wipe. I'm just going to pull it through each barrel, and we're going to see what comes out on the dry wipe, and then I'll move into some of the videos of me shooting it, just so you can kind of see how each gun functioned with it. If you want to, that'll all be at the end. But overall, I'm impressed with it. Reload ammo, I know some people can be, but this is not a company that just reloads. They also make and package new ammo. So I wasn't too nervous with going with them, because the chance of getting a bad round with somebody who actually manufactures them on a constant basis and isn't just reloading ammo, it is just as much as going to the store and buying a normal box. They have a process they do with their regular ammo. I'm sure they use the same process to do the reloads, just with the factor of cleaning everything up and getting it all ready just adds a little bit to their time. But all in all, so far I'm impressed with the ammo. Like I said, I've only put about 200 rounds down range with it, but it's solid. I would highly recommend it. But anyway, let's get into that cleanliness because I know some of you guys are looking for that. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button there. Go ahead, hit it. Hit that. You want that? Then click the little bell because you want to be notified the next time I pop a video up. Thank you for that. Also, don't forget you can follow me on Instagram at armeddad.yt. So, one of the things I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna show you my finger here, right? And I'm just gonna run my finger around the front end of each one of these and then show you what it looks like, because you know you can get some grime off there. So there's a little bit of residue. That's the Glock 25. We're gonna hit the SIG here, the P320. This one had about 50 through it. When I get into the barrel, I'm getting a little bit. I'm starting to get some on that. So yeah, there's some residue. And then the 365, which took the brunt of the punishment because it's my daily carry. I like to make sure I'm practiced real well with it. So we got a little bit more there, just a little bit more, not a ton more. I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, I mean, you're not getting a ton of residue off the front end, so that's a good sign. Like I said, what we're going to do now is I am going to flip the camera around. I'm going to put it down on the table, and then I'm just going to open each one. I'm going to stick the rod in. I'm going to stick a patch through it, and then I'm going to pull the rod back out. We're going to see what it looks like. And then after that, there'll be some video of me shooting if you want to watch that and see how each gun functioned. I believe the fail to eject is in there, and I'm not going to cut that. It's part of shooting. Things happen. And like I've said before, I like my videos to be raw, and I want you to see everything. I don't want to hide things and pretend that it didn't exist. So anyway, here we go. Flipping the camera around now. Alrighty, so after trying to stick this down in the barrel once and then put the thing in and pull it out, I realized that is going to be incredibly difficult. So instead, we broke it down. Now, mind you, all of these were freshly cleaned, so we're going to look at everything, all right? I know they were fairly clean when I started because I'm the one that cleaned them. And we definitely got some powder. Okay, so, and it's not that bad, though. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and go to here, okay? Put that in there, and we're going to go ahead and just run it straight through the barrel. Dry patch. Ooh, if I can get it to go. There we go. And what comes out the other side. So, not too horrible. It's really not that bad. I wouldn't call that a lot. So, not so bad so far. Anyway, we'll look at the slide here at the top. The slide looks like it's a little dirtier. I mean, just dry wiping. That's all I'm doing, just to kind of see what we're looking at. It's really not that bad. Now, that's the 25 rounds from the Glock. I wouldn't call that real horrible, especially not for the target ammo. So, next up, we'll break down the P320. Here we go. We'll go ahead and look down in there. All in all, this one had about 50 rounds run through it. So right about here, there's a little bit there. There's definitely some dirt there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the top slide. Not horrible. There's definitely some stuff there. I mean, it is target ammo. It's I would call it range ammo. Anyway, let's do this. Let's do a test. Let's get that dry run. All right. Sorry. Part of it not being edited like crazy is you got to deal with me fiddling around with things. So here we go. Dry and Oh, yeah. There we go. Got it through. So that is down the barrel. That's not too bad at all. Again, here's the Glock. So that same kind of corner there. 25, 50. A little bit more, not too bad. Let's do a quick dry rub on here. It looks like I'm going to pick up a little bit more on the slide. So, yeah. I mean, it's to be expected. I mean, we're going to get powder on things, right? Like, I wouldn't call that incredibly dirty. That's 50 rounds. That's not bad at all. All right, so next up, we will break down the 365 and see what that looks like. It's about 100 rounds, so we're going to go ahead and look here. I know it's hard to tell, but yeah, there's some stuff in it. So it's definitely starting to get dirty at 100 rounds. I don't expect much less for that, so we're going to wipe that on here so I don't contaminate the next one, because y'all want real results, right? Like, we want to see the reality. So I'll go ahead and stick my new patch in there, and let's do the barrel check. Let's see what a clean, a dry patch gets us. Okay, and here we go. Oh, gosh, I love it. It's so tight. There we go. And there we go. That is the barrel dry patch push. And yeah, there's some more. There's some more on there. You can definitely tell that it's a little dirtier. I expected that. Like I said, this is what I'm going to use as target ammo. If you're a shooter, you should be out. Yeah, there we go. See, now you're starting to get, so about 100 rounds, you're starting to get some dirt, some real dirt here. I'm not disappointed in that though. So let's go ahead and move this stuff out of the way real quick so I can show you guys comparison. So P365, the P320, and the Glock 43, 25 rounds, 50 rounds, about 100 rounds. All in all, this stuff is not bad. So it comes in the case. I like it. Like I said, it's good ammo. If you're looking for target ammo and you're looking to pay cheap, this is highly recommended. I would recommend it. And granted, I've only went through about 200 rounds, so we will see how it goes after I shoot for quite a while. But so far, feeding, no issues, other than the one little mistake with the 320, but that easily could have been the gun or the shooter. Obviously, the Glock ate it, and the P365 does pretty well with everything as well too. So, all in all, I'm a fan. As long as I don't come up with any crazy reason in the next 250 rounds as to why I shouldn't shoot it, I will probably be buying this again for sure. So let's go ahead and move on to the shooting videos. Please keep in mind that this is not a total number of rounds. I show you how the gun functions as I send some rounds downrange. I think it's about 5 rounds each. And enjoy.